Hello there, Dawn of War 2 fans. Today I've got a 1v1 on Greentooth Gorge, featuring the Warp Spider Exarch, played by Fathom, and the Chaos Sorcerer, played by FunnyGuy. IFunnyGuy. I'm trying to see if that's a 1 or an I. And it looks like a 1 near the unit card, but it looks like an I actually at the bottom right. Anyway, I'm going to call him IFunnyGuy because I think that's funny. And you know, he is a funny guy. And he's going quadruple heretics because that's how funny he is. I don't know who FunnyGuy is. Yeah, I'm not even gonna think about who it is because I really have no idea, so it's better to just not even mention it. I expect to see a lot of grenade launcher heretics here because melee heretics I don't see being very good on Greentooth Gorge with all the garrisons. It's also a little bit annoying using melee heretics against a Warp Spider Exarch, especially when there are a load of garrisons. So we'll see. Looks like Fathom's Warp Spider Exarch is going to be very annoying to start off with. Probably going to go into this garrison and harass. No, it isn't like that. Not with this many heretics around the gaff. Banshees are going to have a hard time here. Whether it's fighting against grenade launcher heretics or melee heretics, they're going to struggle. They will struggle. I mean, double heretics will kick the shit out of Banshees, but they need to be fighting them at the same time. Yeah. Very cost effective.
Our forces shall have tools for their task.
Finally we see the Warp Spider Exarch has actually taken the garrison, harassing these heretics. I only managed to kill 3 models of them, which is not that impressive. But yeah, the pressure's coming on. Heretics here, pushing against the gen farm of Fathom, getting the sparring champion in good time actually, because honestly that grenade might have wiped out the entire squad if it wasn't for that sparring champion. Well, at least he's pushed back the Guardians. I mean, you can clearly see the effect these heretics are having on the map control. Fathom at this point is losing these 2 nodes in the center, and he's going to only have his VP. No, scratch that, he's losing that as well. So Warp Spider's trying to put in a little bit of work, but honestly this is not going great. Teleporting armor now coming out on the Chaos Sorcerer so he can get out of there, harass the Shuriken even more. Banshees probably can punish him. Ooh, kind of a lucky special. Actually only knocks away one of the Banshees. If they had the aspect for fleet of foot, that might have been the end of that sorcerer. Trying to infiltrate him, but honestly that's kind of ridiculous. Come on, funny guy. Trying to be funny? Can't infiltrate something when it's already in melee. Ooh, a big miss micro here though. You see the heavy gauge death spinner. That's actually going to be so powerful in this matchup. So not only does that cause a pretty significant increase in the range DPS of the Warp Spider Exarch, which then resulted in it taking out that aspiring champion heretic, quite an expensive loss. But it also has that stun ability, so now if the Chaos Sorcerer overcommits teleporting in, the Warp Spider Exarch can teleport along, stun him, and the Banshees can kick his ass. So that Sorcerer is going to have to be very careful about when he chooses to engage here. We shall see. So yeah, you see he's trying to harass the Guardians there, but the Banshees are always around to counter-initiate, and that will be the main use really for the Banshees. I think they should always stay within close range of the Shuriken here. The Shuriken's not going to find itself really that effective. I'm actually very surprised that we're seeing so many aspiring champion heretics and no grenade launchers. I guess one of the main problems with going grenade launchers against Eldar is they can always get the energy shields from their upgraded Guardians, and honestly they can resist grenade launchers for absolutely ages. It's never ideal. Nice little Doom Blast Doom Bolts combo there, gonna force off the Banshees. I think the Banshees were being a little bit over eager there. You know that he's got a load of aspiring champion heretics, why the hell are you charging in? You also know that your Shuriken is useless against the teleporting sorcerer if there's no Banshees nearby to counter-initiate. But regardless, Fathom's really struggling with his map control now. His economy's doing alright, looks like he's actually going to get to tier 2 first. I don't actually see an instance where Funny Guy can get a gem bash off. He's going for Noise Marines. Wow, he's committing to the tier 1 really hard. If he gets these Noise Marines and fails to get the gem bash against Fathom, there's no way he's going to be able to win this. No way.
This node is vulnerable anew.
Map control really lacking for Fathom here. Banshee's finally getting back out of the base. Going to support that Warp Spider against the Aspiring Champion. I think with the DPS of the Warp Spider they should be able to take this engagement, but it probably comes down to special attacks. Banshees are going to get to level 2, so they're not going to be able to be special attacked by the Aspiring Champion any longer. I mean, this is some really aggressive play by Funny Guy. To warp his Aspiring Champion heretics out there when they clearly weren't in that much danger, just so he doesn't have to retreat them, I find a little bit questionable. But obviously, you know, I understand why he's doing that. He wants to keep the pressure on. I don't think it's worth it though. Fathom just needs to get his Falcon out now, push back with the Falcon, and he should be in a good position. And then just get more and more troops out, because obviously map control is a problem right now. I'd like to see some web gates coming down as well. Again, if you're losing in map control and you're playing Eldar, you know you need to be dropping down some web gates. So Fathom's in tier 2, let's have a look at the economy. 47 power for Fathom, so still a long ways off the Falcon. He really needs to prioritise getting back these power nodes, because getting that Falcon has to be the priority right now. A decent attempt at a nade spike, but it does mean he has to run through the heretics. Unfortunately for Funny Guy, actually micros that heretic and just runs past the gardeners instead of attacking in melee. Yeah, Funny Guy's going tier 2, but it's still going to be a long time. Probably looking at another 50 seconds. Really could do with getting the gem bash off, or these Noise Marines aren't going to pay for themselves. This looks like a good position. Where are the Banshees? Oh, the Banshees are completely out of position. What are you doing, Fathom? I mean, he has the heavy gauge Death Spinner, but he's got no energy for it. Oh, not good, not good. So he does force off the sorcerer eventually with his ranged firepower, but the shuriken has been pushed back. Now the heretics are going to go in and body block, I suppose. The Noise Marines finish their job. One of the interesting things about Noise Marines is they don't reload. They just have cooldowns, and suppression only reduces fire rate by increasing the reload time. So basically what that means is, Noise Marines, if they're already shooting at something and you suppress them, you're not going to make them shoot any slower. So they can just ignore the suppression and finish off the gens. But we're going to see an autark. I guess Fathom was pretty desperate here. Obviously, if he lost all of his power farm, then there's very little hope of him ever getting the Falcon out. So he does need to defend it. So we're going to see an autark. We'll see how the autark does. Autarks are notorious for being able to gem bash pretty effectively. I think that needs to be clipped. I don't know where that came from. I might be a little bit distracted by puppies in real life. No, autarks are not notorious for gem bashing very quickly. They gem bash very slowly actually, but autarks are actually notorious for gaining control of the map very quickly. So it will definitely help Fathom out on his map control problems, and to be fair, instantly we're seeing, please don't go into the garrison with that shuriken. Okay, he's not. He's just going to retreat it, okay. But if you go into that garrison, I just see it dying. Whether it's a Blast Master, whether it's Dark Flames, something is going to kill that shuriken. But yeah, already we see Fathom, well, I was going to say he's getting the map control back, but bloody hell, it's not lasted for long. Straight away, the Chaos Sorcerer is back out here. Vestments of the Warp and Rod of Warpfire are quite an interesting combination, but we'll see how it does. Oh, and then the classic warp in the Noise Marines to the enemy gen farm. And here goes some generators. Autark's there though. Now unfortunately for the Autark, her shield doesn't seem to protect her from cacophony. It's a bit of a fuck up. But they do manage to get rid of the Noise Marines eventually. Heavy Gauge Death Spinner here, stunning the Sorcerer. Nice little leap from the attack. This might be the end of her. Yeah. Very nice. End of the Chaos Sorcerer. So Fathom's trading really well here. He's just really struggling with map control is the problem. Needs to get some webway gates up. I think taking out that Sorcerer is going to be huge for him. There was a lot of investment from FunnyGuy on that Sorcerer. I mean, he had all 3 war gates, to be fair. I don't think we actually even had the time to see Curses each in action. And now the Banshees are getting levels. They are ripping things to pieces. They're level 4! How the hell did they get to level 4 already? I guess that's one of the downsides of relying on Heretics so much for combat. You know that you're going to lose Heretics, and yes, they might not bleed a lot because they're cheap. But wow, man. They feed your opponent a lot of XP. Level 4 Banshees and a level 2 attack already, that is going to be problematic. Especially when you've only got level 1 Bloodletters. I would not like to be using level 1 Bloodletters to control level 4 Banshees in an attack. But we'll see. Looking at this right now, I would say I would definitely rather be in Fathom's position here. He's got a way better economy, he's got better troops, he's got more mobility. The only thing he lacks really is VPs. He's Eldar, so who cares? What Spider Exarch, no less. I do wonder what the next purchase is going to be. I suspect it's... Oh, Falcon. Okay. I actually thought it was going to be the Wraith Lord, to be honest, given how much melee was in the field, but... I guess the Falcon's alright. He hasn't got the Gem Bash off yet, so he could try it. It is really risky against the Chaos Sorcerer. Chaos Sorcerer is notorious for his gen capping. Okay. Chaos Sorcerer is notorious for his ability to support his AV to kill vehicles. I don't know what's happening with me right now, guys. I'm just not here. I'm on another planet. Gen capping. Gen capping. I was actually trying to make a joke about the gem bashing thing that I said earlier. Then I said gen capping. What the fuck? What's actually wrong with me? I don't know. Anyway, I really don't think these Noise Marines have been that effective. But just as I say that, wow, they are outputting a lot of damage against these level 4 Banshees. But man, look at how quickly the Banshees killed them. Unfortunately, kind of taking a terrible engagement there, fighting against bloody everything. Noise Marines should die. Really lucky Bloodletter special attack there, sending the attack flying. But... still risky for the Noise Marines. It's going to be a demonic summoning, but it's too little too late. Only 2 strikes and the Noise Marines go down, so there you go. No time for them to actually reinforce. Okay, well now the Falcon's out, I'd like to see some more upgrades on the Warp Spider. I think Gravity Grenades could be quite good to control the melee. And also the Enhanced Jump Warp Pack, just to give me better energy economy, teleporting around the map, doing its map control duties. I feel like FunnyGuy is just going to save up for a super unit here. Seems to be his playstyle. Ooh, we're seeing it again. We're getting deja vu. Attack knocking over the Chaos Sorcerer. Too slow to react. A Warp Fire's coming out. Ooh. Wow, he's actually going to get out. Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay, Predator. Alright. I'll take it back, FunnyGuy. You know, you're being sensible here. I like this. He's making plays. I feel like that was a very risky Warp Fire for very low reward, mind you, but it worked for him. And just look at that, suddenly the map control is all blue. That is what happens, guys, when you let the enemy get a vehicle out, you have no real vehicle counters, and you decide to tech tier 3. But we'll see how the Pred does. I mean, if this Predator can come out and ambush the Falcon, take it out, suddenly FunnyGuy is in a very good position. Especially because Fire Dragons are really miserable against Predators. They're just too short range. You can kind of counteract that with Crack Shot, but you're still slower than the tank. Especially when they go Mac of Corn for the speed increase, the 75% extra damage on their bolters, and the 25% extra damage on the autocannon. I don't know who I'd rather have army-wise right now. I like the fact that there is a triple cap against FunnyGuy. From Fathom's perspective, that's really, really handy. FunnyGuy's on a timer now. This was a big risk going tier 3. A big risk that I really don't think I agree with. See how he fares. See, the speed of the Falcon harass is going to be a problem. He really needs to try and cash it out of place with the Predator. The Fire Dragons here, in cover, they're going to be a problem. Look at these guys, they look cool now, doing so many models. Oh my god, I can't see it properly at all. There we go, crack shot coming out on the Fire Dragons. But they're all blobbed up, so they're taking a lot of damage. Yeah, they have to retreat pretty damn quick. Especially with the Heretics running in. Predator needs to be microed. The Banshees do have heavy melee. They're getting very close. They're level 4, so they're going to do a lot of damage. Okay, that was a nice autocannon shot onto the Banshee Exarch's face. Ah, nice warp fire as well. Not only doing damage, but also doing knockback to control those Banshees. So that was a good little engagement, but I think it gave the Falcon time to back out. Yeah, very nice. So the Falcon sneaked out while the infantry were distracting. And that saves its life. If it was still over there right now, the tank, well, that'd be a dead Falcon. So I like those plays from Fathom. He set that up quite nicely. Now he's going to go for Wraithguard. I guess, to be honest, he doesn't really have a better option. Bright Lance would be very risky. He might have already got one. No, he's just going to keep the normal Shuriken. Where he's going to put that. But yeah, relying on a Bright Lance when you're going to be fighting Bloodletters, potential Chaos Sorcerers, it's very, very risky. I think going for the Wraithguard is a little bit more reliable. The problem, of course, is that Wraithguard are super, super slow, and Predators, especially with Mark of Corn, are very, very fast. So catching it in position is going to be an issue. But you know, you can force it into positions by baiting it with a Falcon, or just play the VP games. Here comes a Web Wigate. Bloody obvious one right in front of FunnyGuy though. Probably not the smartest idea. We've seen a Bright Lance. Here we are. Okay. Nice little enfilade set up. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Fire Dragon's coming out, Wraithguard, Falcon pushing from this side, Bright Lance on the other side. Unfortunately, this is the issue. The Predator is too fast. It just backs off. The Falcon can't pursue it. The infantry now get inside the Falcon because they've been charged by the Heretics. And of course, the Bright Lance on the other side is forced off by the teleporting sorcerer. No Banshees nearby to counter-initiate. It appears that the Howling Banshees, for whatever reason, aren't being reinforced right now. And we're actually going to see a second Predator coming out for FunnyGuy. I don't like that. I think I would go for some Lightning Claw Terminators at this point. I think they'd be pretty brutal. Does he have the red? Whoops. No, he doesn't. Okay, fair enough. You can't go for the Lightning Claw Terminators. He's 133 red off. 143 red off. Okay, the players are going to set themselves up for another engagement. Don't know why I'm viewing the battlefield from this angle now. This is interesting. Honestly, guys, so much going on today. What do you think about viewing the battlefield from this angle? It's kind of cool from a replay perspective. You'd certainly never play like this because it's very hard to like micro the units. It's hard to know when I've actually clicked it. Sound bug? Sound bug? Fathom, please tell me you did not send in a replay where you got sound bug. Jesus Christ. Wait. Wait, what? Wait, what? Where did the second Predator go? Where did the Predator die? Am I losing my mind? Did it just die in front of me? Did the Predator just die in front of me? And I didn't see that. Have I lost it? I have no words. Guys, I have no words. I don't know what I'm doing. Where am I? Oh, the Wraithguard. Oh my god. Is that what happened to the other Predator? Because that was brutal. And FunnyGuy throws in the GG WP. Crackshot Wraithguard, man. Wow. Yeah, I don't know what FunnyGuy could have done, to be honest. I'm thinking, like, you go for Raptors, but you can't. There's level 4 Banshees. They would tear Raptors to pieces. He needed the Lightning Claw Terminators, but the problem is he had no red. So, don't waste your red on warps to warp a heretic from here to here when there's not even an engagement. Just retreat that motherfucker, man. Anyway, look, that's it, guys. I'm done. Please leave a like. Please leave a comment. Fight battles. Thank you for watching. Torpid out.